welcome back to Pushing Objectives. And as you can see on your screen here today, we are back with more Brotato. And today, we are going to be playing as Crazy. Now, Crazy gets bonuses with precise weapons, like the Shuriken. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Shuriken. And we'll do Danger level 0 still. Eventually we'll do Danger level, like, all the way up to 5. But I'm not sure which character I want to do that with yet. Maybe even all of them. But we're just still running on Danger Run 0 so far. But, yeah, how is everybody's day going? Please comment down below, you know, exactly how your day is going for the month of April now. Jeez, this, you know, this year has just flown by. Okay, HP recovered. Sure. Yeah, I'll grab the claw tree. Alright. Alright, I can recycle that as well. Okay. Alright, this is good. So, yeah, just in general, having a good time, playing Brotato. I still am trying to figure out what I want to do for the other game on my channel. You know, I don't know. There's so many different options out there where I'm still kind of unsure. The front runners are, you know, I'm thinking I could go like roguelikes because apparently those are enjoyed on my channel, you know. So like I know there's a new roguelike on Steam that just came out called Racoin, and it's a coin pusher roguelike. Like, you know those machines in like the arcades with the coins and the, you know, they're just trying to like push them. It's one of those, except like you get like fancy coins and like, you know, and then you gotta spend your tickets on upgrades. I don't know, it seems really cute. Could be fun to play. We also have like Vampire Survivors I could try. Because I never really got into it. I played it a little bit. It just wasn't for me, per se. But that doesn't mean that I couldn't give it another try. In fact, I encourage everyone to give games they don't like, you know, give them a second try. You know, you might end up liking them. You know, now if you don't like them after the second try, there's no harm in just deleting it and, you know, and never worrying about it again. But, I mean, you know, I think if you have especially if it's like a middling opinion of a game, like, you know, you're just like, yeah, this isn't like my cup of tea, but I can see how people would like it, then, you know, by all means, revisit it and see if you like it now. Like, I feel like I'd have a greater understanding of Vampire Survivors now that I've played so much Brotato. I mean, I know they're different games, but the style is similar. Like, similar enough. And the gameplay loop is also, like, relatively similar, where I feel like I could, you know, get something out of playing Vampire Survivors now. So, you know, so that's a game I was considering playing, you know, like alongside Brotato. You know, we also have Brotato that I've been meaning to try on stream. I don't know if their music is copyrighted, though. I'd have to look into the settings. Maybe I could, like, turn it off or something. You know, that's something I have to consider as a content creator. Like, I was considering going and playing Fallout 3, but they have a lot of copyright music on there. So I wonder if, like, I could, like, you know, lower the music volume or something to play Fallout 3. Which, I mean, probably, actually. It's probably a good option. Let's see. Max HP. Range and attack speed. That sounds pretty good. I'll go ahead and grab that as well. But, yeah. So, I don't know. So, Fallout 3, speaking of Fallout 3, is still an option, especially if I can lower the music volume. You know, it's definitely still an option. But Brotato is a really fun game. And I actually look forward to The Brotato is going to be at the Triple I Initiative in like about a week, which is just like a showcase of like indie games, for example. And I hope they show off a new expansion, or maybe even Brotato 2. That would be really cool. I would play the crap out of Brotato 2, like, just like I like the original. You know, assuming they don't mess it up, but I don't think they would mess it up. I have high faith that they would make a really good sequel. Or another expansion. We did have Abyssal Depths. Is it Abyssal Depths? I think it is. Or is that... I don't know. I know it's Abyssal something. But I know we had that expansion, and that went over really well. So hopefully we can get... Maybe we get like a volcanic expansion or something like that. I'm not really sure. There's all different kinds of options they could go with. But the main takeaway is that I would love to play more Brotato, especially for the channel. I wonder, actually, if they'd let me cover it early. Like I've had some luck with, like, indie games and being able to access them early for YouTube. I wonder if Brotato is too successful for that. Like, they're just like, no, you know? Or, you know, I don't know. I'd have to look. I'd really hope I could, but no guarantees, of course. But, yeah, as far as, like, new games to cover, I'm thinking maybe Brotato, maybe, you know, I was considering Oblivion Remastered as well, but that's, like, such a big game that, like, I don't know if I want to commit to that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big commitment to just be like, yeah, I'm down to play a, you know, 100-hour game. And, you know, because, I mean, then, if you have people that like it, but it doesn't get enough views, then I'm just like, okay, well, do I upload it again? And maybe people will actually, you know, enjoy it more, you know? Or do I, like, just shut it down, and then I feel bad about the people that like it, that won't be able to finish watching it, you know? Like, I don't know. Whereas, like, something like Brotato is pretty open-ended, where, like, I could stop anytime. I could have stopped before this episode, and it would have still made sense, you know? Like, there's not, like, a narrative, like, an overarching narrative to drive it all together that I need to see on my channel, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Bigger games are a bit scary in that regard. Where it's like, if I have people that like it, but it's not super popular, then I'm kind of stuck, you know, a little bit. I mean, at least a little bit, where I'm like, I'm not sure what I do now. The stream stopped working, gotta love that. But, yeah, I don't know. Just in general, I think I'll have the best success with, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different options out there. I think right now I want something that matches Brotato, though. So I'll probably play, like, I don't know. Brotato sounds good. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe... Well, I don't know. Maybe by the time people see this, I'll already have chosen the next game. And then, you know, you'll already know what it is. I don't know. It's one of those things. There's a lot of massive aliens following me and trying to hit me with their laser beams. Kinda rude, if you ask me. But, thankfully, they are unsuccessful in their venture, and we are able to survive. Let's get some harvesting and some luck. Okay. Yeah, we are having good luck with our shops so far. Alright. So, yeah. So, other than that, I mean, the Triple I Initiative should have quite a few good indie games, too. So, like, there's other things that might influence what I upload on my channel as well. But the main thing for me is going to be Brotato being there. Whether it's an expansion, whether it's a whole new game, I don't know. But I am excited. Imagine they add online co-op to Brotato. I would freak out. I'd be like, this is incredible. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I didn't think they would ever add co-op at all. So I don't know. Now that you have like local co-op, like I don't know how difficult it would be to translate that into multiplayer co-op. I know there's like, you know, you have to worry about servers or at least like peer-to-peer connections, you know, stuff like that. You gotta run over performance things, you know, making sure that people can't make each other lag out, you know, whether accidentally or, you know, or on purpose. You'd have to add, if you had matchmaking, or, yeah, if you had matchmaking, you'd have to have reporting as well, like, as a way to, like, report people that cause issues for other people. Like, there's just a lot that goes into it, and I don't know if Brotato is ready for that, or if they did want to do something like that for Brotato 1, you know, when they could just save that for a sequel. I don't know. There's a lot that goes into online play, though, so it's quite a leap from being like, oh, hey, you guys can play with people on your couch. Like, that's cool and everything, but online multiplayer would be a few more steps above that. And I mean, would it be cool? Absolutely. I'm just saying it might not be worth the effort, so to speak, for Brotato 1. But they surprised me. I mean, they surprised me so far. Just constant quality updates. No, recycle. You know. In fact, I can't wait for the Paws and Claws update to come out for console, because PC already has the Paws and Claws update that added the Beastmaster and the Pets system. So I look forward to that being added to console at some point. Maybe that'll be at the show. Like, you know, like, hey, by the way, we're adding, you know, the Paws and Claws update. I don't think that's all they're going to show, because that's kind of silly to just, like, show up to a, you know, an indie showcase and be like, hey, we're just going to update our game. And not only that, like, an update would be cool, but, like, not only that, it's an update that's already out, and just being like, oh, yeah, by the way, it's on console. And, like, that being it would be kind of silly. But that could be part of their presentation. You know, and just be like, oh, yeah, we've been working, you know, diligently to get the Paws and Claws update to you on, you know, consoles. Which in my opinion, was a really good free update. Like, adding a whole new character and a whole new system to the game that adds a whole bunch of depth and everything. Like, for free is just ridiculous. You know, like, that's just incredible. Yeah, I'll grab that. Actually, do these count as projectiles? I think so. I think they do, but I'm not sure. I think they automatically count as projectiles because they're ranged. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But bandana could be useless if they're not projectiles, but I think they are. So, hopefully. Hopefully they are. It's one of those technicality things where, like, technically they're not, or at least, like, technically you could argue that they are or are not projectiles. I think technically they are, but they could, you know, they could be like, no, not in our game, you know, and I'd be like, okay, well, fair enough. But yeah, as you can see, I don't expect to have any trouble this run. I really enjoy going shurikens with Crazy as the Brotato and the playable character that we picked. The shuriken multiplier just plays really well with his abilities. And there we go. Wave 13 complete. I'm going to recycle that. And let's go for attack speed. Attack speed means more chances to crit, basically. Range, re-roll price is huge, so I'll buy that. I'll also buy gambling token for the extra dodge. I think that's also worth it. And I mean, that's the thing with Brotato, right? It's such a simple game in premise, but in execution, it's so much more than that. Like, you have harvesting, you have engineering, you have, you know, all these different pieces working together to make a simple game into something that's not a simple game. It's an intricate game, and it becomes an intricate game like through these, like, I don't want to say obscure, but through these like side systems. Like, if there was no shop, it would be a much simpler game, you know? Whereas, like, you know, it has a shop, it has all these stats. Oh, and I just died. Wow, I was rambling and I died. Wow. I was just gonna say, Brotato is a very complex game. It doesn't look like it, and it doesn't control like it. It controls like a game that anyone can play, and it really is inviting in that regard. But then it has so much intricacy when it comes to, like, you know, oh, hey, I gotta buy the rubber ducky to get, you know, to get additional luck. And then, oh, no, sorry, it's the lost duck. My mistake. It's not rubber. It's not rubber, guys. It's a real duck. But, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, there's so much more intricacy than it seems. And I absolutely love that about Brotato. I think it's accessible, but it's also got so much depth that it's one of those games where, like, I didn't expect it to be, like, one of my favorite games to ever exist. And then I bought it. And then I played it. So, I don't know. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. This has been, you know, a fail of a run, but it was a lot of fun to just talk and kind of ruminate over the future of my channel. I think I'm gonna go maybe play Brotato next, but yeah. So let me know down below what games you guys want to see, because I'm still kind of wondering what I should do next. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.